Alright, just like always, reference used will be in the description, but this time I did experiment and modify the rotation a bit to get higher score. This is the review on the rotation. We emphasize our damage dealing strategy not just on Miyabi Enhanced Basic, but also the Frostburn and the Disorders, especially Nanggong Ether Disorder. At the start, if Butcher first move is discharging ball thingy, that's an immediate reset. This is the slowest opening into stun 1 possible. You'd rather want an opening with Yellow Glint for Nanggong defensive assist. Onto the stun rotation. The stun rotation here is exactly the same for all stun window except for stun 5, which we will talk about later. We start by Miyabi Frost at the start of stun, immediately shatter the Frost because we don't care about the freeze duration increase here. The less the boss is stun locked by freeze, the better, because we want as much time on the stun 5. Enhance basic 1, swap to Nanggong entry skill, immediately hold special, then hold basic for her corruption trigger to her enhanced basics. Swap back to Miyabi on Nanggong Enhanced Basic animation by Quick Assist into Miyabi second Enhanced Basic. Wait a bit until Nanggong get out of the field, then meet Miyabi second Enhanced Basic animation, swap to Nanggong EX Special to Yuzuha EX Special for buff refresh. Quick Assist to Miyabi and wait a bit. This is important. If you try this rotation yourself and rush the rotation, you will sometimes be confused why is Miyabi ultimate only gives 5 stack here. Even though Disorder is triggered, shouldn't it be 3 from ultimate plus 3 from the Disorders? This is because Miyabi plus 1 Fallen Frost stack from her core passive actually has 10-second cooldown, which never have been a problem before. But because Nanggong and Yuzuha enables a really fast enhanced basic rotation for Miyabi, we need to always keep that in mind in the first part of the stun rotation. Our first Frost on Enhanced Basic 1 and the Frost on Miyabi Ultimate should be 10 seconds apart, but I didn't count the time when playing. My mental note is use Miyabi Ultimate when the days number is below 60. Remembering this always worked fine for me. On stun 2 and 4, you will proc Assault before Miyabi Ultimate, which gives 2 extra stack on the stun rotation. In this case, you don't need to wait for the 10 seconds. After Miyabi Ultimate to the third Enhanced Basic, then Yuzuha tap specials to trigger Chain. Into Nanggong Chain Attack, proc Corruption because previously she used her EX specials. Then Miyabi Chain Attack, EX to Frost for the fourth Enhanced Basic in the stun, and swap out to Nanggong or Yuzuha to prepare for the pre-stun rotation. And I need to emphasize that this Nanggong dash attack and basic attack in the rotation is really important. It's to generate energy for her, getting just enough energy to EX specials for the 5th stun. If you watch my previous video on this team vs Scorched Horizon, you see that in that video Miyabi used her ultimate on full stack just to activate her ultimate buff early in the stun. So why not use that same rotation here? The reason for that is because Scorched Horizon is not freezable, which means if we use the Butcher rotation on Scorched Horizon, we would still only be able to fit 3 Enhanced Basic, so it's not worth it to hold ultimate for the 6 stacks on Scorched Horizon. But with Butcher here, there's enough time to fit 4 Enhanced Basic because of the freeze, so we can afford the time to hold Miyabi ultimate. The stunning strategy is straightforward, but also reset heavy. At the end of stun, use Yuzu ultimate if she has it into Nanggong ultimate. Enhanced Basic 1, EX Specials, Enhanced Basic 2. Swap to Miyabi EX Special, then full basic attack string. But before Miyabi trigger Frost here, swap back to Nanggong for basic attack until the days meter is about 95. Then we want Butcher to give Yellow Glint here for Miyabi defensive assist, and her follow-up will trigger stun with simultaneous Frostburn and Disorder at the beginning of the stun. For this rotation, this defensive assist is non-negotiable. If Butcher stall by doing other moves, that's a reset, because we are on limited time to Frost Butcher before the corruption fizzles, and we don't have much time anyway. The Decibel from Miyabi defensive assist is important for her next ultimate on the stun and Nanggong ultimate on the next pre-stun. If you stun and Frost Butcher into the stun rotation without defensive assist, you will not have enough decibels for ultimate in that rotation and not enough decibels for Nanggong ultimate into the next stun. So if after Nanggong ultimate, Butcher doesn't immediately give Yellow Glint, reset. By my experience, getting the perfect RNG moveset for this rotation is about 25% chance, I think. It's not really something impossible that you want to keep hoping for the run, but you will spend a lot of time just to reset until you get the best possible actions. But I'm fine with it. The way I see it, this is the only way I can get the high score. And keep resetting for RNG is not really a new concept in Deadly Assault. Look at it this way. Keep resetting the run is an opportunity to keep practicing the rotation until you perfect it. So I wouldn't consider every reset is a waste of time. Practice makes perfect. The second and third pre-stun has the same RNG point, which is Miyabi defensive assist before the stun. But on the fourth pre-stun, the RNG point is Nanggong defensive assist right after the stun ended. The 5th pre-stun has no RNG point. The routing is designed so that we can rush the 5th stun without defense resist. Let's talk about some minor damage loss that I will point out to you, namely -1 Frostburn and Ether Disorders on stun 1 and 3. This is avoidable. What happened here is that Miyabi trigger Frost when the boss days meter is not yet at 99, which makes the Disorder and Frostburn hit before the stun. That could amount to some hundreds of points. On stun 2, Nangong basic attack is just enough to build the days so that Miyabi follow-up hits at 99 days. While stun 1 here is avoidable, I almost got Frost at 99 but didn't. The stun 3 doesn't hit the Frostburn inside the stun because Butcher Yellow Glint comes early before Nangong basic attack enough to build 95 days. But I think that's okay. I didn't reset because what I'm more concerned on the run is the timestamps. 5 rotation here is really tight. Every non-ideal boss move RNG, every ineffective move done on the agents, those are immediate reset. I keep remembering some timestamp on the run. Stun 1 start at 235, stun 2 start at 156, Miyabi ultimate at 3rd stun is 110, 5th pre-stun start before the last 20 seconds. Every time I'm late at those timestamp more than 3 seconds, that's a reset. Because what I want to achieve here is more time on the 5th stun. That's why stun 4 only has 3.5 enhanced basic. I make sure the first Frost shatter immediately, so that after Miyabi 4th enhanced basic, Nangong can immediately build days onto the 5th stun. Even though we sacrifice some damage, some enhanced basic, some Frostburn, and some Disorder doesn't hit stun, what matters is that we get more time on the 5th stun. The 5th stun rotation opening is the same as the previous rotation, but here instead of quick assist, Nangong trigger Miyabi chain attack with a corruption proc on her EX. Then, even though Miyabi already has full stack here, don't use her enhanced basic yet. Use her EX and freeze the boss with her level 2 enhanced basic. What's more important here is Nangong Ether Disorder of 2 million damage as well as the Frostburn and Shatter damage. This chain attack and Disorder proc also gives just enough disables for Miyabi ultimate, though it only hits half. Calling this rotation 5 stun 5 ult is just for clickbait. Could we get higher score here? I wouldn't say it's impossible. Is this the most optimum Miyabi Nangong user rotation? No, but this is the best that I can come up with. There's non-zero chance that you can figure out something better. Now let's talk a bit about the build. To fully make use of the crit damage buff, Miyabi has high crit rate here. Because normally, AP Miyabi only needs 60-ish crit rate with AP this 4, but still try to build AP. Ideally, you want less crit damage than my Miyabi here, 110-ish is enough, and more attack and AP. About 3000 attack and 300 AP would have been a better optimal build. This is unrelatable build, but my goal is to chase M0 Miyabi maximum score, so I have no reason to hold back. Nangong is on full sub DPS build with 32% pen ratio just like Miyabi, 32 sub stat of attack percent and AP is also high end build, but her damage distribution is still a healthy 1-2 with Miyabi. I find that this build is better than Astral Voice build here, but maybe not if Nangong is without signature. Either way, the rotation is still usable for Astral Voice Nangong, and Yuzuha is on Critical R5, better than her signature, and she used AP this 4 because she can get 3000 initial attack threshold with just substats. Biggest fan as Bang Boom might be an important factor. We don't need help in days and anomaly build-up, so we are fine with biggest fan non-attacking move. If your biggest fan is R3 or higher, it works with only Nangong on the team, and it counts as +2 attack percent substat, so it is actually significant, especially at full refinement.